Hey y'all, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you are new here, my name is Ebony. In today's video, I'm going to be giving you some tips and advice on how to make the best smoothie. Let's get right into it. Now, these are just my personal tips and advice. Personally, I wanted to speak on this topic because I feel like it's a topic that I've grown to just have so much experience in. Now, why I think it's important that people, who are on a health journey, on a weight loss journey, learn how to make a good smoothie is because smoothies are just so nutrient abundant. There's so many reasons someone will replace a meal with a smoothie if they want to detox, if they want to lose weight, if they want to curb their sugar cravings. There's so many reasons to make a smoothie. So if you have, health goals, smoothies can be a great tool for you to achieve your health goals. Now, I was also speaking to a subscriber here in my little YouTube community, and she was explaining to me that, every week when I post my what I eat in a day, my smoothies look so bomb, but her smoothies never turn out the same. So I just wanted to make this video for her and for anybody else who's struggling to make a good smoothie. My first tip of advice is you don't need ice in your smoothie if you're using frozen fruit. I feel like ice is just gonna make it slushy-like if you're adding that on top of frozen fruit. I know it's kind of normal. A lot of people are like putting ice in smoothies. Now, the reason I feel like a lot of juice bars and smoothie bars use ice in smoothies is because they use it as like a free filler. Because think about it, like it's free for them. If they could give you less fruit or less actual solids, they can fill it up with more ice, and that's something they don't have to spend a lot of money on, and really half your smoothie is ice, you know what I mean? But when I make my smoothies at home, the way I get them like so creamy and smooth, I don't use a lot of ice, if any, you know what I mean? So I think that to make a good creamy smoothie, hold the ice. There are a few exceptions to this. If you're making a smoothie with a high fat content, like something with a coconut manna or something with a almond butter or peanut butter, then I would say to use ice, because those nut butters and seed butters, they're so high fat and they're so thick that if you want a cold creamy smoothie, it might not actually give that if you're just putting banana, peanut butter, and milk in a smoothie. You know what I mean? It's more so just gonna be like thick, milky, it's not gonna be giving cold and creamy how you want it to. So when I make like my peanut butter smoothies with banana, hemp protein, milk, and things of that nature, I usually add a good amount of ice to that. But like I said, when I make like a mango banana smoothie or like a frozen berry smoothie, there's really like no reason for me to add ice to that. Stop just adding any old fruit and milk and vegetable to your smoothie, girl. I be seeing like just crazy stuff, like people be adding like medicinal mushrooms and like broccoli and just all type of stuff. Personally, I feel like you could do that if you have like powders, like like vegetable powders, like like a spirulina or like a sea moss gel. But not always are these things cohesive, you know what I mean? And you want a smoothie that's actually gonna taste good so that you can enjoy it, so that you're not turned off by it. You don't want like a thick mess. You want it to actually be cohesive. You want it to taste good. You want it to blend well. You want the foods to be paired well. It's different when you have something that doesn't taste good, because maybe it's like a herbal smoothie and it's not supposed to taste good. But when it's supposed to taste good, you want it to taste good. So make sure you're choosing the correct flavors and the correct foods and something that's gonna go together for your taste buds, and you're not just throwing stuff in a blender for a matter of, you just want to get it into your body. So I really recommend looking at some smoothie recipes, looking at my what I eat in a days and seeing how I pair foods together for my smoothies, and just getting some inspiration. Figure out like, what are my goals with this smoothie? Like, do I want something sweet and citrusy, or do I want something, nutty and smooth and creamy? You want it to taste good. You want it to digest well, cohesive, like I keep saying. I add banana to all my smoothies. Now, I know for someone who is into fitness and someone who's really concerned with their sugar intake, I know that banana can just be a lot of sugar on top of, you know, pineapple and mangoes and, you know, dates or whatever you're putting in your smoothie. But I can't have my smoothie without a banana. I'm sorry. Bananas add like that creaminess to it. They add that thickness to it. They're gonna make sure that your smoothies aren't like watery. And also, I know there's people out there who don't like bananas, but you know, it's just one of those things where like, I feel like you need it. Like, you don't taste it in the smoothie. And there's been times where I'm low on bananas and I'll do half a banana in my smoothie, or I won't do banana, you know, because maybe I don't have any bananas. And the smoothies never turn out right. They never turn out right. They never come out as creamy. They never come out as beautiful and delicious as I like them to. Like I said, this could be personal preference. These are my personal tips to you guys. I think bananas really make a smoothie a smoothie. If you don't like bananas, I've seen people doing avocados in their smoothies. Me personally, I don't know what an avocado is doing in a smoothie, but to each its own. You could throw avocado in there maybe and, you know, cut your sugar intake. Invest in a nice blender so that you can have a good quality smoothie. These cheap little $20 blenders that don't blend shit, they're producing chunky smoothies. It's called a smoothie. It's supposed to be smooth, and this is one of my #1 pet peeves. Blend your smoothie until it's smooth. If you're pouring it into the cup and it's like spilling all over the cup because it's not an easy pour, that's not a smoothie, that's a slushy. I hate when I go to smoothie bars and the smoothie is chunky. Like, don't give me that. And it's because they be adding hella ice. Like, I don't need all that ice. I need solids. I need actual frozen fruit and banana. Like I was saying, get you a good blender. Personally, I just invested in the Beast blender. I bought this blender, #1, because it's aesthetically pleasing and I think it's really cute, but #2, I've heard great things about it. So one thing that I love about it is it has a leak guard. I've been a NutriBullet user since I went vegan. Because I'm vegan, I use blenders a lot. I make purees out of it, hummus, soup, smoothies. I mean, there's so many reasons to use a blender, a food processor, just to have a more tasteful diet as a vegan. It has that leak guard, and I feel like they understood the assignment because NutriBullet really had the streets on lock for a good amount of time. You feel me? And I was blending, and too often shit is splattering everywhere. Things are leaking. The motor stops working. Things just spill in a NutriBullet. Like, it can get really messy really easily. They really understood the assignment, and they came out with a blender that has that leak guard but still has that user-friendly function where you're taking the smoothie bottle that you're actually going to drink it out of, flipping it upside down, blending it, and you can just drink it right out of the cup. The smoothie blender comes with a top so that I can carry it to go, which is also convenient. And one of the last things I want to talk to you guys about with the Beast blender that I absolutely love is that this blender shuts off on its own. I love this function because once you press the blend button and it starts blending, halfway through the blender slows down and it allows the bigger chunks in the smoothie to get down to the bottom where the blades are, and then it speeds back up. Because the blender does this, the blender is making sure that you don't have, you know, a chunky hot mess when you're done. And like I said to y'all, I hate chunky smoothies. That is all for today's video. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you hit the like button, make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.
I remember when we started texting, I was playing it cool.